Hello, everybody! Welcome back to another Sunday Funday. And as you can see, I have the lovely Maggie Pooh with me. And as you can see, we're also talking about Bumblebee. Not Transformers, the Origins, Bumblebee, just Bumblebee. If y'all may notice a little bit, and I'm going to try and keep it to a minimum, I'm a little sick. I'm going through a bit of sinusitis. I get it every year. I think I got it around Christmas time last time. So yeah, you're going to hear me doing that all the whole review. I'm going to try and keep it to a minimum. And I'm going to try not to cough if I can help it. And as you can see, I have iron all over me. It's a corgi. Is that cute? Sorry. But yeah, we went to go see the prequel, I guess, of the Transformer films. Bumblebee, supposed to be about Bumblebee. I swore we were going to be given a World War II Bumblebee fighting Nazis, blowing up Hitler's compound shit, but instead we got 1987 Bumblebee. So
yeah, trying to make it seem like that was the first time he arrived on Earth. It's like, well, what about last night y'all mentioned something about Nazis?
yeah, y'all mentioned that he was fighting Nazis. I want to see that movie. I want to see Transformers fighting Nazis. Where's that movie?
This is not the movie I was promised.
Yeah. So, what did you think about Bumblebee?
It was alright. There were parts I enjoyed. Some parts dragged on a little bit.
Like the middle of the movie?
Yeah. And also, I really didn't care about the two bad guys.
I don't even think they gave a name for either one of them.
I know one of them had a name. I don't remember it. It's...
Yeah, those who are wondering what the general plot of this film is, as we kind of already touched upon, it's about Bumblebee first coming to Earth. Now, where again, this decides to dig up its own plot holes in an already plot hole-ridden film franchise. This decides to say Bumblebee didn't make it to Earth before World War II, where I was going to get a Bumblebee versus Nazi movie. Come on, guys. It sells itself.
I mean, unless there's supposed to be time travel involved somehow, like in the...
No, we don't need time travel involved with Transformers. It's already confused enough. It's already been beaten with a bat enough times. We'll leave it be. But no, instead we have Bumblebee making it to Earth in 1987, right after the fall of Cybertron, in all essence, where the Decepticons are somehow defeating the Autobots and they have to scatter to the winds. Stuff, in all essence. There's a lot of just stuff is happening.
Yeah, wanting to make this strange new planet Earth their new, like, base of operations.
Yeah, where they can then launch to try and take back Cybertron or something. That's the problem. It's like, when it's actually just the Transformers stuff, sure, in terms of plot compared to the other 5 movies, it doesn't have the most cohesive plot, but at least it's somewhat interesting. Hell, the fighting's actually pretty cool. I like that they look like the Generation 1 Transformers. That's pretty neat. Though it doesn't exactly make sense why Optimus looks like a truck. Sorry. I mean, there's some cool bits. You get to see Shockwave. You get the original voice of Soundwave. And they all actually sound this... They have kind of this metallic ting like they did from the original show. That's some really cool touches. But then you get to Earth. And you get Carly. Or Charlie, I'm sorry. I keep wanting to call her Carly. And I'm sorry, I don't care. That's just the biggest problem. It's not that Charlie's is a bad character, she's just an entirely forgettable one. You have seen this character before. She has some kind of hang-up over something traumatic that's happened in her life.
Her dad died, she can't get over it.
Yeah, and just gets over it eventually. There's stuff...
Which I don't think was ever resolved.
Not well.
It's like suddenly she's over it and ready to move on. at the end.
Yeah. I don't know. Sorry, I'm having to stay hydrated so I don't cough. Charlie is just, it's just such a generic character. And you've seen these motivations. You've seen this done before. You've seen it done better. And on top of everything, Haley Steinfeld's performance isn't bad. It's just passable. That's the best I could say about it. There's sometimes where she really seems like she'd rather be anywhere else. Compared to her performances she gave in True Grit, it's really, it's just, it's lackadaisical. It's a nice way to put it. Lackadaisical. And then you have John Cena, who I swore he was supposed to be in here. I just never saw him. Megan's going to punch me because I keep making that joke. And this is what she's marrying, folks. Can't trade me in either. Dealership won't take me back anymore.
Well, they want a refund.
But no, John Cena, he varies from being charming enough and actually doing a good enough job for what it is, to being over-the-top hammy in ways that doesn't fit well with the script.
And at times almost kind of bored. Like, I would say a couple scenes he seemed kind of bored, like, here I am, playing Air Soldier Man. Okay.
Well, nobody's seeing him, so they can't, they don't have any way to act with him.
I'm going to shove you off this bed with my foot.
It's a weird way to word that threat.
Kick
She's going to King Leonidas me.
Yeah, I guess that'd be a way to put it.
Yeah, pretty much the plot of this film is two Decepticons happen to come across Bumblebee's signal in a fashion.
When Charlie turns him on as a car.
Yeah, it turns on his radio, and that somehow sends out a beacon that connects to these two Decepticons because they catch it from Cliff Jumper.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually in it. It's like, oh, cool, it's the original guy. Oh, cool, he's dead. Thanks. Got killed by two nameless villains. I don't even... And that's the worst thing. It has these two Decepticons that are your main villains because you can't have Starscream die if you're going to try and keep it in with the rest of the story. You're going to explain how it doesn't do that very well.
Yeah.
Can't have it be Megatron. Can't have it be Shockwave or anybody like that.
Especially since Megatron's supposed to be frozen at this time.
Oh, we got to get into that plot issue.
That is another plot hole.
Oh, we'll get to it in a second.
Kind of really wanted several plot holes, but...
But these two nameless Decepticons, the actors do fine with what they're given. This is the thing. They're nameless Decepticons. Might as well be bad guy blue, bad girl red. I don't recall them ever saying the name. Or if they did, it was very fast.
Yeah, they can track Bumblebee, sort of his whereabouts here to Earth, but they can't pinpoint his exact location, not without help from Sector 7.
Yeah, and somehow, like Sector 7 is really surprised they see a robot, and it's like, y'all have Megatron, right? This is supposed to be supposed to be before Transformers, where they still had Megatron under ice, because it got found in like the early 1900s by Sam Wiki's great-grandfather.
Or maybe like 20s, 30s, 40s, something like that.
It was
early 20th century.
But still, it was before 1987.
Yeah, well before.
Yeah, because they said they built the Hoover Dam
around
the Allspark and Megatron.
And that's another thing, the Allspark.
Yeah, never mentioned. That's actually the reason why the Transformers went to...
Yeah, it's like they're all of a sudden just hearing of Earth for the first time. It's like Bumblebee's first trip to Earth, Decepticon's first trip to Earth. First time that even Sector 7 has ever heard of Autobots or even like
Transformers. It's like...
Yeah, like has even like seen these things like, oh wow, yes, first contact.
Yeah, it's like... Wait, you'll have one in Frozen.
I was like, what about your own continuity, your own canon established in the very first Transformers?
Yeah, the movie that you're supposed to connect to, because by the end of it all, like, You know what's going to happen. Charlie has to give up Bumblebee for no real good reason. She just gives him up.
He's able to change from a bug into the Camaro that he becomes for the first movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, why can't he not disguise himself as that?
Yeah, and just Charlie just sticks with him till he's like, oh, I have to go save Sam or something.
Yeah, until he's like reassigned by Optimus Prime, I guess. I don't know. It's not really.
Yeah, she just gives him up. It's like, oh, well, this. But he's fine. Y'all destroyed the 2 Decepticons that made it to Earth. It's fine. He just needs to eventually contact the rest of the Autobots, which he's doing in time.
Yeah, I remember saying, like, he needs to be on... Why can't he just stay with you and be in disguise, since he can disguise himself?
Yeah, and not only that, but Sector 7 already seems like they want to try and keep it under wraps, so they'll probably... Oh, we're fine with... As long as you don't sit there and blab to everybody, which Charlie didn't seem like she wanted to.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't, like, draw attention by...
Walking around...
As they accidentally blow up the house or something.
Mm-hmm. It's just... It's like this movie wants to explain certain points, like, how did Bumblebee's voice get messed up? Because that was super important. I didn't care. Because they actually do have him talking in the early part of the movie.
Yeah, using his own voice.
Pardon me, y'all. I told you I'm sick.
And it's like, oh, I'm not saying anything. Oh, well, let's make it official, shall we?
Yeah, it's like...
It's like, really kind of...
Thanks for explaining how he lost his voice.
It's kind of like, oh, okay, that's how it happened, okay. But then I was like, almost kind of shoehorned in.
Yeah, and again, it's a nameless Decepticon that does it. I think it was supposed to be Thundercracker. Yes, there's a guy, I swear his name is Thundercracker. No, he is not a white porn star with a giant cock. It's just, yeah, I swear there was a Decepticon called that. Or like Thunderstrike or something like that. That might be the 90s, not Thor. But no, I think it was supposed to be one of, like, pretty much Starscream had a group of lackeys that worked with him. And there was 3 of them, if I'm not mistaken. And it's like, why? And that's the thing, they could have had that be Starscream. Because we already had it established in the first Transformers, Starscream was on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had already found his way to Earth.
And now I'm thinking about, like, some of the other Transformers. There were ancient Cybertronians on Earth well before Optimus Prime and Megatron and Bumblebee, well before Bumblebee.
Hell, we watched the last night. Oh, my head. Brain's like, why are you putting these words in this order? Yeah, we just watched it last night.
Not quite the same word, but they sound very similar. It's like, B?
Yeah, Brain's like, yeah, we watched it just last night. Transformers helped to fight it alongside King Arthur. And yes.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, but I'm so confused. Hell, whatever happened to fucking Jetfire? The one who's in the hangar in, what's it called? Smithsonian. That's the one where they're...
Yeah, the one they had to revive the ancient Cybertron. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
In order to read that Cybertronian thing, because those two couldn't read it.
Only a language of the prime. It's a language of the primes that nobody really can read.
Yeah, saying like only the most ancient. Like they're not trying to be racist with those two characters.
No, it's just generally that it's a dead language. It's like Latin.
Yeah, it's like only weirdos can read it.
Yeah. We have a friend, I think she could speak fluent Latin. And they're like, alright, cool. Catherine.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Lisa. No, she took French.
Yeah, I was about to say Kat, she took Latin. Yeah, I'm almost saying. Sorry, we're talking about friends that we've had for way too long for them to put up with us.
Since high school.
Yeah.
If not longer.
But yeah, there's so many weird spots that this actually digs up holes for the other movies. And yes, I know, this Transformers continuity has pretty much just beat itself in the face with its own stupidity at times. It's one of the actually kind of generally fun things, but I don't get why another movie is just going to dig up more holes, especially some holes that can be even more easily exploited. Like, for instance, by the end of the whole movie, Bumblebee's sitting there, he went off for reasons. He's talking with Optimus Prime on Earth in 1987. Optimus Prime didn't arrive on Earth till the first Transformers movie. Explain yourself, movie. What the hell's going on? I do like the homage they had that, oh look, here's Optimus's original. They had a Bumblebee drove by this one truck that looked exactly like Optimus and his like trailer and everything. It was actually kind of neat. And again, there are some great parts, like the action in this movie. I will say it's really done well. It's pulled back far enough you can see what's going on. It's not too edited fast. There's whenever it's on Cybertron, you get to see Optimus being a badass and your Transformers being badasses. It's cool. The CGI actually, it's cartoony, but it's based on a fucking cartoon. I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
But whenever you have all this shit with Charlie and you have the fact that the story doesn't fit with the rest, I have to, one, assume this is a reboot. This has to be some kind of a reboot to the entire franchise, because otherwise it builds up way too many holes. And it makes...
Yeah, now that I think about it, for a movie it's supposed to be all about Bumblebee, there's a lot of detail going into about Charlie.
Yeah, it's supposed to be about them growing together as a friend unit.
They hardly spend any time together. She, fixed his radio and introduced him to some music.
Yeah.
Shit.
I will say that's another good thing about this movie. It's got a damn good 80s soundtrack. It's like, alright, cool. Even though I think some of the songs are a little later, even though it's 87, I want to say there's a couple of songs that came out in 88, 89, and it started playing. I'm going to allow it just cuz.
Yeah.
But still, it's got a damn good soundtrack, so I'm willing to look past that. Just... I gotta say, I just don't care about Charlie. I don't care about her. I don't care about her family. That's one of the things that the original Transformers show... Sorry to step on your toes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't care about her family either. Not to say
yeah. And it's not because... Again, it's not because of bad acting or anything like that. It's just... It's humans. I don't give a shit. I am watching a movie called Bumblebee, so I can watch Bumblebee be a badass, or I could watch Bumblebee work with our Transformers, or anything like that. I don't watch a Transformers movie.
Or be, cute little puppy dog.
Yeah, I watch these movies for Transformers. For either lore or, fun times and explosions galore. And unfortunately here, we have so much of an emphasis on Charlie to the point to where you lose Bumblebee throughout over half of the movie, it feels like. And hell, there were points where I was kind of leaning over to Megan and I almost want to go, is this movie going to move forward? I don't care about her existential crisis. I want to see what the hell's going on with Bumblebee. Is he going to be alright? No, we got to worry about Charlie. I don't care about her.
Yeah, too much is made about her dad being dead and the fact that she's... her and her family they're poor and they can't afford to get a Beamer like this one popular girl has.
Yeah, and that's barely touched. Well, popular girl, she looked like she was 40. Yeah, it's like one was like, bitch, you look 40.
And yeah, she's your stereotypical mean girl bitch. Oh, why don't you get your dad to buy you a nice car? Oh, wait. It's like, yeah, they actually have that
exact line.
That exact exchange in the movie. It's like, yeah.
And the worst,
yeah, totally could have seen that stupid exchange coming.
And the worst part, the lady's doing that's actually doing bad acting. She's so over the top, and it's like, I know what this movie wants to try and do, but come on, stop. It wants to be like that cliched kind of 80s film, I think. It wants to be an 80s movie. I think that's what people really loved about it. But here's the thing, it has all the trappings of an 80s film, but it's set during this time period. Not set during our time period. It was made during our time period.
Yeah.
We know better.
I'll say things that may have lied back in the 80s don't fly today.
Yeah, things I can, excuse more in weird science, I'm not going to excuse as much here because we have progressed since then.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I still will sometimes can't help myself. Like, well, I can't like this movie because this movie just looks like ass and it's boring as fuck. This movie, it's not the problem it looks bad or anything. It looks good. Just the biggest problem is it's godly boring whenever Charlie's on board. It's like, I don't care about Charlie.
Yeah, we see her at her job like twice.
Yeah, and both times you're like, why am I with this person at work? I wouldn't want to watch somebody vlogging while they're working.
She's just like looking up in the horizon, like, I know there's something better for me out there.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't care. It sounds like we're really bragging on this movie, but it's just the bits with Charlie are just... Because, like I said, the Cybertron stuff, the action and all that, it's good, it's really good. The rest of it's just so painfully average at best.
Yeah, it's like, I think what doesn't help is that we don't really get to know Charlie and her family, or at least, get to know Charlie. Not really. It's like, we just have, like, some snippets. Her dad, or stepdad is, like, way too... He's a bit of a moron. And, like,
a bit?
Yeah, he's your stereotypical stepdad. Like, they're either... It's like, oh, hey, they're... it's like...
How do you, neighbor?
Yeah, pretty much, like, he's either, like, this perky idiot, or he's, straight up asshole, possibly abusive.
Yeah. He's a perky perk.
Yeah, he's a perky idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Her mom can kind of come off as a bitch sometimes. Like,
yeah.
She borrows her daughter's car.
Doesn't say shit to her. It's like...
Doesn't even ask.
That's her fucking car, you asshole.
Yeah. It was given to her.
Yeah, it's like... Fuck you.
I know she was, like, taking the dog to the vet, but it's like, okay, could you at least ask first? I know your
husband says he needs it, but it's like...
Well, husband's borrowing, their station wagon, so they...
That looks almost exactly like the damn, family truckster from Vacation. Yeah, there's actually tiny bed don't look good. Sorry, it's like I'm having a stroke.
Oh, that's okay. I made up my own word once or twice earlier.
Yeah. Scrooge. I just don't know what a Scrooge is. Maybe just left the R out of a Scrooge.
We were looking at Christmas lights earlier. I was trying to call everybody Scrooges because they didn't have their...
I'm dying. Can't breathe.
They smack you on the back and you'll be fine.
Just spell good, got that out. No, what was I saying? Yeah, there actually is a lot of little nods here and there to different movies, but that's also another thing I almost want to tell them, like, hey, don't mention better movies in your shittier movie. Critters had to learn that the hard way. Hell, Grab by the Ghoulies, that's a damn Xbox game. But no, Ghoulies had to figure that out, they kind of leaned into it almost. I think Ghoulies even mentioned Critters or something. It's a Gremlins knockoff. Cheap Gremlins knockoff. Critters was Academy Award winning compared to Ghoulies. Pardon me, I have hiccups too.
Okay, you say so.
I know so.
Yeah, and I will say there were, like, one or two, like, cute moments, like, oh, that's kind of cute. It has nothing to do with anything, though.
Yeah.
Doesn't add anything to the movie, doesn't add anything to the overall franchise. In fact, kind of this whole movie just really added nothing to the overall franchise. Just dug up a bunch of plot holes, that's all it added.
Yeah, here's more plot holes. I want more.
It's like, oh, you remember this thing we mentioned in the first one? Oh, well.
You dig up a hole here.
It's like, don't mind me. Just digging.
Dig my way to China.
It's like, sir, put down the shovel.
Like I said, that is the worst thing about this movie is, one, we were promised, first off, a Bumblebee versus Nazis movie, and I did not get that. What gives, guys? But more importantly, it's just...
Unnecessary.
Yeah, it's very unnecessary. Like, a lot of people give Wolverine Origins a lot of shit. I get it. It's not the greatest movie. In fact, it's kind of shitty in a lot of regards. I still genuinely kind of like it. Mm-hmm. Hey, we all have our guilty pleasures. I kind of watch it also because it is a massive train wreck. But at least it doesn't try to dig up more plot holes. Not as many as you would think. And really, this is the Wolverine origins, I think, of the Transformers series. It's not an aggressively terrible film. It's painfully average in terms of scope of what happens, what it actually added to everything, because really, like, Wolverine Origins you do not need to see. It doesn't add a single thing to the X-Men films. And here, I don't think you need to see it. It's not that's bad, it's eh? I mean...
Yeah,
Well, I'm curious, what would you give this, though, as a final score? Or is there more you want to say about this?
nothing more I really want to say about it. As far as a score, I wasn't even giving it a 6, maybe a 7. But the more we're talking about the plot holes, like, oh yeah, like I remember one thing they did or mentioned in this one movie, and they're just like totally, like, what the hell? Now I'm just like, it's like all comes flooding back to me. Yeah, the more I think about it, it's like, I hate to do it, because Bumblebee is a cute little, big-ass yellow puppy dog.
Yeah.
He's Clifford the robot.
Pretty much.
And Clifford the big red dog.
Clifford or Bumblebee the big yellow robot.
Yeah, like, he's such a puppy dog. Like, you see him turn him, trying to get through the door, and sitting on the couch.
Oops. Is it? Oh shit! Look.
Uh-oh. I'm trouble. Yeah, he's adorable, but overall, this really adds nothing to the lore. In fact, digs up, as we keep saying, keeps digging up plot holes. Like, no, we're just gonna have a bunch of holes in our yard, and it's like, what are we gonna do with that? I mean, it could possibly bury bodies in there, but
yeah, Transformers tries to. It seems.
Yeah, so, I'm gonna have to go with a 6. It's adorable, but it's totally unnecessary. At this point, I think you can miss it.
Yeah. The big problem with this film, like I said, it's so average. It's like, you've seen this done before, you've seen it done better.
Or at least wait until it comes on cable.
Yeah, or go rent it or something like that.
Yeah.
5. It's the Mrs. Peregrine. It's not aggressively bad. It's Jumanji. It's got some bits that are interesting, but a lot of it's just...
Meh.
Yeah, you don't... This is aggressively uninteresting. And I think that's the biggest issue. Just, you're like, eh. By the end of it all, you're just like, that was a movie I watched. That is the best I can say about it.
It's like, that was a couple hours I killed.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not going to be asking for them back, but...
Yeah, that's right. Well, that was 2 hours.
Yeah, much, much worse ways we wasted time this year with movies.
Oh, don't remind me.
Yeah, which reminds me, we gotta...
Yeah, if you've noticed, this came out before Aquaman. We were going to see Aquaman on Saturday. We ended up just not, because I was feeling like crap yesterday. Like, today I'm feeling better than I was yesterday.
And also, we finished up our Christmas shopping and decided we did not want to deal with people.
Yeah. So, we're going to go see Aquaman tomorrow. And I'm not looking forward to it. People are giving this, like, such rave reviews and saying it's one of the greatest DCEU movies. I'm like, oh, God. They said that same shit about every DCEU movie.
I was saying, these are probably some of the same people praising Man of Steel's like, oh, it's so awesome. Oh, it's so... No, it's not. It's just, no.
It is 2.5 fucking hours long, that's for sure, so we better not have shit we need to go do.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to laugh about the cough. Oh, it hurts so much.
Yeah, Man of Steel still pisses me off. It's like, y'all do not get the character.
As bad as Suicide Squad did? I never got
do
to
not
show y'all
speak.
her reaction to Suicide Squad. Like,
We do not speak of Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad does not exist.
eventually, I think we need to touch upon Suicide Squad. And hey, we will eventually get back to doing our DCEU's rewriting. Because I know we need to get to Flash and then other movies as well that we were going to rewrite.
Flash.
That's probably going to end up being the thumbnail. Spice Key.
That'll never not be adorable.
Yeah. Well...
Okay, now we gotta watch it after we get done with this video.
Well, we'll be back tomorrow with Aquaman. Yeah. Hey, maybe it's better than the worst things we've seen this year. It cannot be Night School levels of
Or
terrible.
Happy Time Murders.
Or Bohemian Rhapsody.
I didn't think Bohemian Rhapsody was that bad, but whatever.
I wanted to eat a bullet after Bohemian Rhapsody.
I really, really hope this is just...
If it's Bumblebee levels of mediocre, I'll be happy,
if it's
actually.
at least like 4 or 5 stars, or even like... Hell, at this point, I would even settle for 3 stars. Anything lower than that, it's like, oh, just shoot me now. Just fucking kill me.
We gotta hope, folks.
I was like, I don't want to live in a world where Man of Steel and Aquaman are considered good movies.
Well, Man of Steel's not considered a good movie, so there you go.
To some people.
Those people are what we call idiots. Hi, my probable community. Love you. But hey, we'll see y'all tomorrow with Aquaman. If you see, we're just about, we know we probably didn't like it. Hopefully my voice will be back a little bit too, because it doesn't sound like I'm trying to gargle razor blades. So, until then, everybody, we'll see y'all there. So, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.